Here's another very bad law in Connecticut. I'm Mark Greenstein trying to exterminate bad laws. It is one that of all things affects the licenses of a very small group, auto dealers, who are the only ones allowed to sell cars from manufacturers. In Connecticut, manufacturers like Tesla are not able to sell directly. This is a rent seeking. Rent seeking is when fairly powerful groups use the legislature to keep others from competing against them. Here, auto dealers have a nice gig. Tesla, which doesn't feel it always needs auto dealers, and people know enough about Tesla directly so that they could sell directly and not have to have a useless, in their case, middleman. Now look, auto dealers are often very useful. Test driving, follow-up service, knowledge of cars, and at times independence. That an auto dealer which offers many varieties of car isn't going to say why Tesla, 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 and only keep you in one. But because consumers who are thinking about a Tesla almost certainly have done a lot of research, a lot of reviews, and want to save a few $1,000s by buying direct, that's what they can do in New York, but not in Greenwich, Connecticut, where Tesla set up a showroom that was also a sales starter. And the law is supposed to mean no sales, and that's probably a violation, at least according to this judge. Look, it's no coincidence that this was in Greenwich, home of Ned Lamont, home of auto car dealerships, row after row down Putnam Avenue. This is probably right down the road from them. Aston Martins are there. Peugeot, Ferrari, I think is still there. Lexus, Infiniti, Mercedes-Benz. And here, Tesla would like to join, but not join in terms of dealerships. Folks, these types of restrictions are used often against masses of people, not just a few would-be car companies. It's people who would like to style your hair or just plain cut your hair. And because rent seekers, the established cutteries, are the ones saying you must go through 1,500 hours of licensing, it cuts down on the competition. Nobody needs 1,500 hours to learn how to braid hair safely. But they use you might be using dangerous chemicals. You might be tying somebody with a noose of their hair. I don't know what could be so unsafe about hair braiding. And they put people through an expensive course. $18,000 was the going price at the Cosmetology Center of Wethersfield to go through 1,500 hours of now mandatory licensing. That's more than 2 years of college. 1,500 hours is probably what most college kids do in 3 full years. And they want this sort of extraction. It costs consumers more, and it keeps people from careers. It keeps good businesses from flourishing, all in the name of protecting just a few. Our legislature should put the hammer to rent seeking. The best that a legislature should do is get laws out of the way, let free commerce, let people have choices. Back to auto dealers. Some people will welcome, I want my Lexus dealer, and maybe even I want my Tesla dealer, and I'll pay a few $1,000s more for it. That's the kind of choice we can have without these silly laws. I'm Mark Greenstein.